Wimborne Town came back from 1-0 down at Bartercard Cuthbury Stadium today to defeat a strong Godalming Town team 3-2 and progress to the first qualifying round of the FA Trophy, where they'll face Dorchester Town away from home early in November. This was an excellent performance by Wimborne against a good Godalming team. And it was a Godalming team that took the lead on 7 minutes when a defensive error allowed Darren Wheeler through on goal, and his lob gave Jason Harville no chance at all. But from that moment on, the first half belonged to the Magpies. Jamie Davidson almost equalised when a mishit shot found him on the corner of the 6-yard box, and he stuck out a foot and deflected it just past the post. Then in 25 minutes, Wimborne drew level. Great work by Mark Gamble out on the right, and then eventually found Scott Arnold. Scott needed no second chance to pull the trigger, and his slightly deflected shot found the far corner of the net from 12 yards, 1-1. Jamie Davidson's shot was pushed out by the goalkeeper in 37 minutes, and in almost the same scenario 3 minutes later, John Blake was first on the spot to push the ball at the top of the net to give Wimborne the lead, 2-1 at half-time. A sloppy start, Steve Cuss said, to the second half, and it cost Wimborne the equaliser. 49 minutes, Jamie Davidson looked as if all he had to do was put the ball in the net, but his snapshot just found the outside of the post, and a minute later the scores were level. A long cross ball to the right found Jack Mazzoni, and his excellent finish made it 2-2. It was clear that after that Godalming seemed to settle for the draw and a replay that would take them back to their ground on Tuesday. But Wimborne weren't to be denied. Steve Cuss brought on Matt Kemble and played him up front, pushing Mark Gamble slightly wide, and the move paid dividends on 85 minutes. When great work by Sam Griffin on the left. He got to the byline, crossed it, and when it was deflected out, there was Matt Kemble almost on the penalty spot to drive the ball into the net to put Wimborne 3-2 up. 85th minute, but there was to be another 11 minutes left. 6 minutes of added time. Godalming forced to come forward, and I have to say, when they do come forward, they look like a very good team, and they'll maybe think they should have done more of that in the second half. Anxious moments with a minute of added time to go when Godalming had a free kick on the edge of the box, but their well-struck shot just went wide. Referee blew the whistle, and it was, I have to say, a well-deserved win for the Magpies. So onward now to Dorchester Town in 2 or 3 weeks' time, and that should be a cracking cup tie. Next up for Wimborne, away at Swindon Supermarine next Saturday, but before that, our under 18s are playing at Bracknell in the FA Youth Cup on Thursday night, so we wish them all the best for that game. Hope to see you at Swindon. And with Steve Cuss after today's FA Trophy win over Godalming Town. Steve, we left it late, but I thought the win was deserved.
Yeah, we did leave it late, but I thought our attacking play today always looked a threat, and a little bit disappointed that there wasn't quite the quality to open them up as many times as we should have done. But I was really pleased that we got on the front foot and scored 3 goals today.
We made it difficult for ourselves. The lad took the opening goal well, but yeah. I mean it was a mistake. We found ourselves 1-0 down after 7 minutes, but fought back really well first half.
Yeah, I think we're going through that little period of being punished for our mistakes, and we did give the ball away, and from there he took his goal very, very well, and we give him something to hold on to. And I've said to you many times before, the first goal is crucial. Equally today, I think equalising before half time was crucial as well, and we even did better than that and got in front. But I thought we showed a bit of character there to get back into the game when things really wasn't going our way in the first 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm. And second half, 2-1 at the interval came out, and again he took the goal well, the equaliser, but just what you didn't want at that. And just after Jamie could have put us 3-1 up.
Yeah, it was a chance for us there, but I thought we started the second half really sloppy, and we allowed them time to play, and I thought their front four and the midfielder behind them could all play, and they were a threat. So to allow them to sit off, which was the opposite of what I said at half time that we needed to do, which was the disappointing thing. I think we sat off. He got in behind us, but there was no pressure on the ball for him to play it in, and it was disappointing. And then you think, 2-2, we've got to go again. And although they didn't really look like they were going to score against us, I didn't think that we did enough to open them up when we got in some really good positions. So, you know, it was a real quality goal that come to win it for us.
Yeah, and it came from the substitute. You brought Matt on, replacing George, who I thought had another good game, but you were proved right because Matt was on the end of some really good work by Sam Griffin.
Yeah, it's not so much about, you know, the performances, it's just sometimes about bringing on fresh legs and adding some real quality in there as well. So, you know, I thought George was very good today, but I just wanted another striker on the pitch, so I took a little bit of a gamble and playing Matt's, you know, a little bit out wide and leave Mark up top, and he was able to go and join him. And you know, as a striker, he takes up naturally good positions in the box, and you know, I thought it was a really calm, composed finish for him. But Sam Griffin was excellent in setting it up, and I thought he was outstanding all afternoon. Sam, a real threat.
And there's a point to be made here, isn't there? You were able to bring on 3 substitutes of the quality of Jack Lupton, Matt Kemble and Billy Maybury, and that's not always been the case this season.
No, we don't moan about it, but it's not always been the case that we've had a bench where we can bring players on, but it does make a difference when you can do that. You know, I thought Jack was a little bit unlucky not to start today, but I went with Jamie because I wanted a bit more attacking, but obviously as soon as we scored the goal I was able to bring the defensive minded midfield player on. And as I said, Matt coming off the bench, you know, gives us a real boost in that last 20-25 minutes, knowing that you've got a fresh striker coming on who can score goals.
Sponsors named John Blake as man of the match. You took Blakey off. I'm suspecting that wasn't completely tactical.
No, so probably people don't know he's not been too well this week. He couldn't train the early part of the week. He missed a few days off work, and he's full of cold. But you know, it's typical John. He wants to play. He came up to training Thursday and tried to sweat it out a little bit. And I said to him today, if he could give me a good 70-75 and see how we go. And you know, that was the reason I took him off, because I thought, you know, he'd run his course then. But typical John performance, you know, outstanding again.
He's a manager's dream, isn't he? What a good club man he is.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you know, he does everything. He does all those ugly things that, you know, that the game needs to win, and he gets across. He covers every blade of the grass, and he tackles, and you know, he heads things and blocks things, and he's a threat as well. And obviously his goal today was a massive boost, and he's got that, you know, that energy and that power to get into the box and finish chances. And I think that's his 4th of the season, which is a great return for him.
Godalming, a good team, obviously they're top 6 in the Central Division, unbeaten in 5 games, so this was a good performance. Into the next round now, and it's Dorchester away. You looking forward to that one?
Yeah, I think the players and myself are very much looking forward to obviously a local derby against Dorchester. You know, we go into that as underdogs away from home against a team in higher league, but you know, again, we know some of their players, they know some of our players. There's always that little extra spice there. So
it's a nice place to go.
Yeah,
as well,
it's a nice place to go. It's a fantastic place for us to go and play football. So, you know, hopefully we can go on and put a good show and see what we can do up there.
Thanks for your time, Steve.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thanks.